we live, you learn, you love, you learn, you cry, you learn, you lose, you learn, and that's okay. Because today, we made a bloomin' onion. Was it a great bloomin' onion? You'll have to find out here on RJ's Food Rocks. We are making the Bloomin' Onion today, like I've mentioned. If you are not privy to the Bloomin' Onion, it is a Outback Steakhouse staple. Growing up, it was always like, okay, after church, where do you want to go? Chili's, Applebee's, or Outback? It was like that. Those were our choices. Since, being an adult, going to Outback and we get a Bloomin' Onion, I've always been like, it's not as good as I remembered it. So I don't know, maybe there was something changed from the 90s Outback Steakhouse Bloomin' Onion recipe to today. Or maybe I just really liked the novelty that we can do this to onion, that we as humans have evolved in a way where we can create this with an onion. So I wanted to make it on my own. I had found this video, Smokin' and Grillin' is a YouTube channel that AB creates all of these awesome homemade versions of some of your favorite foods, and he made a bloomin' onion. It looks pretty easy. I think I can do it too. Fast track to me actually making this video, making this onion, and just trying to do as much as I could from what I could remember from watching that video, which don't do that, okay? Write stuff down. There was still content in here. Even though it didn't end up to our satisfaction, it was still a good time. I learned a lot. So, okay, let me show you how I made this bloomin' onion. I started with creating first the batter, which is it's a really light batter. It's enough liquid that'll coat the dry batter, because that's what makes the crispy particles of the bloomin' onion. It's the dry flour batter. In one bowl, I am combining a cup and a half of milk and then 2 eggs. I have a French whisk, toss. Added too much air to this, and it's probably why it didn't work. Because if you watch me whisk this, there's so many air bubbles that are just getting into this egg wash that I was like, oh, I don't know if this is the right. I should have just used a fork. But I think that's problem number 1. Too much air in the liquid. So I'm adding on a separate bowl the dry, which is our, essentially the dry crumbly batter that will be the crunch for our bloomin' onion. I'm using the Smokin' and Grillin' copycat recipe here, so it's a combination of all-purpose flour, paprika, cayenne pepper, garlic powder, oregano, salt and pepper. That's stuff that you just have in your pantry. So that's why I was kind of that was also another reason why I did it, because I was I have everything in my kitchen right now. I didn't have to buy anything new. Everything was already here. Okay, here we go. We're cutting the onion. Now, cutting this onion without using an onion cutter separator thing, that it's literally like a mold that you run your knife through. I think I cut too far into the root. I mean, look at this. Doesn't that look like I cut way too close to the root? I have bad depth perception. That's why I don't like driving. And I feel things are a lot closer than what they actually are. Or things are farther away than they actually are. They're actually a lot closer. And I think me cutting to the root, thinking oh, that's enough distance from the root that it'll still hold together. No, I was basically touching the root. And that doesn't help for a bloomin' onion, because then she overbloomed when it was starting to put the onion in the batter and then put it into the dry and then just try to pocket as much of that flour and dry batter on top of everything. You're supposed to double batter it, okay? You're supposed to dip it back into the egg and then back into the flour. I dipped it in the egg and then I fried it. So essentially, I fried a wet onion, okay? And no one likes a wet onion. Also, frying just not putting that added layer of another layer of flour does not make it crunchy and crispy anymore. It just makes it soggy. The batter, it's not frying batter. It's frying egg. I made an omelet. Once again, I'm learning so many things as I talk about this. Almost like therapy. You are now my therapy. Thank you. Talking through the mistakes so that we can learn and become better cooks after this. So don't do that. Make sure you dip it in the flour again and then frying it. But essentially, you're just frying this until it looks golden brown. I think the best part of the Bloomin' Onion is this like zingy, zappy, kicky sauce. AB also made this in his YouTube channel, so make sure you find it there. But it's essentially a combination of mayonnaise, horseradish, ketchup, and then the same spices that we used to flavor the dry batter. Mixing this up, we felt like, oh, it needs a little bit more sour, add more ketchup. Oh, it needs more of a kick, add more horseradish. As you can see, here is my Bloomin' Onion. She's a little overbloomed, like I said. It's a fun gag, I guess, if you are just drinking some beers with some buddies, just open up some brewskis, and you want just something deep fried and, you know, something to munch while you get drunk. Go ahead and make this for your friends. But anyway, this is our Bloomin' Onion, our bloopin' Bloomin' Onion. Come on, Dover. Come on, Dover. Come on, Dover, move your bloomin' ass! Girl, if your onion is blooming like this,
see a doctor.
See a doctor. Dr. Silky Nutmeg Ganache. I don't have a deep fryer, so this is the best that I could do. I think like the oil should really fully submerge the onion. I think that was step 1. Step 2, I should have those little thing that like the little template where you can just score the onion on it. Because I think by just cutting it freehand, I think I cut too close to the root so that when I was dredging it, it was already starting to like overbloom. Do you know what I mean? Really excited to try it and see if this was a...
You needed to use that like apple, the apple one.
Yeah, but you have to keep...
the core in the middle.
Yeah, you gotta keep the core in the middle so that holds it together. Ooh. Ooh, it's 5 o'clock.
Also, the Tom's boxes next to you.
I know. I want to keep these boxes because I want to use them for something. I just don't know what.
But then we probably shouldn't keep them if you don't know for what.
You never know. You could use a box.
I
don't know which one to try first. Okay. There's no easy way to... Okay, well, I pulled out one petal. As you can see, the coating is not coated. And it just fully... Girl, this is just a piece of onion. It's a nice soft onion. The breading, when it's there, is really flavorful. And this sauce is really good. Okay, I got a full petal right here. With a nice piece of... Oops, well, it just fell off. Nice piece of breading. Who invented this? Who thought this was a good idea? Because it is.
You don't actually enjoy eating the Bloomin' Onion at Outback Steakhouse?
Well, you never take me to Outback Steakhouse, Adam. So I never know. I always order the...
You don't take me to Outback.
I'm sure the real version is more held up together. Or maybe you use a knife, but look, I mean, girl, this is falling apart.
Good?
It's good. It's a fried onion. That's good by itself.
How do you eat this?
Exactly.
How did you eat all of it? Girl, you were like, this is hard to eat, and then you ate the whole thing.
Don't give up.
That's a whole onion you just ate.
Just stick to onion rings, you know?
Yeah. Go to a restaurant.
Go to a restaurant.
Support your local restaurantery. Welcome to Adam's Food Rocks, where today I ate too fast because I didn't eat lunch. Because I was so busy at work. Whoa!
Maybe if we...
Is this one still hot?
Yeah, maybe if we use a...
It's a lot of onions I just ate.
Yeah, girl. You ate a full quarter. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Bloopers. RJ's Food Bloops. If you like the show and want to help support more, you can follow me on social media at RJ Food Rocks. Like and subscribe to this video. And, of course, you can join the Food Rockers Patreon. Ta-da! For $5 a month, you can join us. You get a monthly chance to win an apron, some sort of Food Rocks merchandise. They've all been really cute, so I guarantee you would want to win these things. But you also get a bonus video every week. But it's also a great way to just say, hey, I think you're doing a great job. Here's $5. Here's a coffee for me this month. If you want to support in a different way, you can follow the link down below to my Etsy where you can buy an apron. It's a cute little gift for someone that you know that may love the show. Also, I am all over the place online too. I am a co-creator of the Ampliverse. I host the Resident Services podcast and the Popsicle podcast, so make sure you check out the Ampliverse and see all of our awesome content there. Thank you again so much. If you like this or if you want me to try other things and either fail or succeed, if you have other recipes that you want me to be challenged to try, please comment below. Let me know what those are. And we will see you here next week with another video. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe right there. Hi. And watch my other videos. And we'll see you next time with another video.